big race at South Boston Speedway. We're going to talk to Trevor Ward about returning to the track following his big Martinsville win, and Lee Pulliam about his success as a driver at Sobo and how it may translate to now ownership. Stay tuned. Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies, is next. And welcome to Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies. I'm Jess Ballard with JD Bowsher. And JD, long time no see.
I know. I feel like I haven't seen you guys, well, at least especially you, in forever. The last time you left me hanging, it was
I know.
You stuck me with Alan.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for filling in. I am so sorry. I owe you lunch for putting up with Alan. But seriously, thank you for doing that.
Yes. You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, we're glad to be back, and we're glad to have 5-Star Race Car Bodies back as this week's sponsor on Cars Tour Weekly. Dirt or pavement, late models to street stocks, and everything in between, 5-Star Race Car Bodies are the folks to talk to if you are in the market for a new body or body parts. And I know I will see a lot of those great bodies at Sobo this weekend. It's now time to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to Trevor Ward about South Boston and what it's like to be a Martinsville winner. You're watching Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
5-Star Bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-Star.
The 61st Annual Sunoco World Series returns to Thompson Speedway October 6th through 8th. See the biggest short track racers in the Northeast compete in over 10 divisions of grassroots racing. The Outlaw Open Modifieds go for $10,000 to win on Saturday, and the NASCAR Wayland Modified Tour returns for 150 laps on Sunday. It's the World Series of Stock Car Racing, October 6th through 8th at Thompson Speedway. For more information, go to acttour.com.
Welcome back to Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies. We are joined now by Trevor Ward as we preview this weekend's races at South Boston Speedway. Trevor, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, and also, as JD said offline, happy belated birthday. If you don't mind me asking, how old did you turn? And how did you
26.
celebrate? 26?
I didn't get to really celebrate it. I'm gonna have to wait till later to do that. We're trying to get the car ready for South Boston this weekend, so it's been a lot of work going into it, trying to get things right for this weekend. So I haven't been able to celebrate it. We'll probably do it sometime another week when we're off.
Well, it would be great to celebrate in Victory Lane,
the
of
win.
course. Yeah. And so are you calling in from the shop?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's seems like that's where I live my life most of the time.
Well, you are the blue collar guy who got the job done. How do you feel about the blue collar guy having a good chance this weekend? How are you feeling for this weekend?
Just like I said, we're just gonna block out what we did the week before, and just go into it as hungry as we was going into Martinsville. So, um, like I said, we're just gonna X everything off that we know on our side, and hopefully put everything together and everything goes the way we should this weekend. We got a pretty good notebook for South Boston. We've run a few races there this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a little different tire program than what we're used to running on the weekly deals up there, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think we should be able to have some momentum going into it and put a good run together. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're supposed to be previewing the Cars Tour race coming up, but we have to talk about your Martinsville win. Hopefully, you had time to celebrate that win.
Yeah, I took the last week off, I believe, and I didn't really have much of a choice. I was answering the phone calls all week, so it's been a whole lot different perspective after a race than I've ever had to look at. Answering all these phone calls has been taking a lot of my time, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do. I can't get focused on what I need to do. And I was like, I might as well just sit over there and admire what it looks like right now, I guess, because I can't. Once I get focused, my phone starts ringing. So, like I said, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. I get phone calls and texts still as of this week, but it's not as bad, and we've been able to keep our heads straight to get going for this weekend. But we definitely set back, and me and my buddy Corbin, just took it all in and enjoyed every minute of it. And it's definitely been a cool opportunity to be able to do that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and go into this weekend at South Boston. Now, earlier this year it was the Thunder Road Harley Davidson 200 in July. You finished third. You were pretty close up there. What do you think you got to do this weekend to get yourself into victory lane?
Just we actually tested up there for Martinsville. So we I feel like we made some headway, and we made a few changes here and there, and just tried to tweak on our program. I knew we wasn't far off all year. We just was missing just a little bit of that puzzle. And I feel like we've kind of got all the pieces together right now to succeed, and the strategy that we have to go about it. So, like I said, I think that we definitely have a good car. We've made a lot of progress on it, and having a good notebook going up there is going to really help our program out a lot.
We hear drivers all the time talk about, momentum's important and you guys have that, but one of the most important things of putting the whole program together is personnel. And it sounds like you got a good group, you got a good notebook, but tell us who you show up to the racetrack with every week.
Normally it's just me and Corbin. As of now, it's still just me and Corbin going to the racetrack this weekend. So, I've had some guys reach out that want to help and stuff, but you never know how them guys work out for you in the long run. So, it's kind of just been me and Corbin. Just two 26-year-old kids getting after it every week and week out. So, we kind of got that same structure. I got a spotter, of course, that's going to be there. That's very helpful for me, and one of my guys that comes and does some tire stuff for me, he's not going to make it. But as of now, it's just me and Corbin, and that's what really resolves around it. We work hard every week or every day and week out in and out, and we don't do anything else. We go home at 2 o'clock in the morning every night, and get up at 9 and do it all over again. So it's pretty much how that sums up my race team.
Well, you're saying you're working late, you're going back early. You're a third generation driver. How do you feel like that affects your program? Do you have a different mindset than, some of these guys that are, brand new coming in, renting their rides than what you do?
It's just like, my dad, he gave me an opportunity a while back, and, he said, "Hey, look, here's a shop. Here's my knowledge if you need it, and figure out how to afford it and do it." And so, it's kind of what we did. We've kind of just built that around that. And I've struggled a long time, trying to build this up. I mean, people probably don't realize, I've come from, racing late models for like 8 or 9 years now, or maybe 10. I can't remember, but like I've had a lot of struggle throughout that deal, being able to succeed. And I think, over the last couple of years, I got up with Forrest Reynolds, and he started building me a car, and I just started building that program, and I think it was the best thing I ever did because I needed that change in my program. And sometimes change isn't better for people. Sometimes change is, and I think it's kind of pushed me to be better, and try harder and work on myself and what I need to do to better myself. So I think that's really, what's, built this whole deal up for me.
Well, Trevor, we really appreciate you taking time out of your very busy day to talk to us. Real quick before we let you go, can you share with us your plans for next season yet?
So right now I'm not really sure. I got a couple of people that's want to do some stuff together or do some deals as far as renting cars and stuff. And I don't know if I want to do that or I need to really. I'd love to be able to continue to race. I don't want to get out of the seat right now where I'm at, but I have to do what I have to do. I got a 3-year-old little girl that comes first in my eyes, so that's the biggest thing. And whatever opportunities I decide to take, is going to be for the best for her and me. And so I don't know what I want to do yet. I want to run full time, but if the money comes out right to do that, we will, of course. But I'm still up in the air on that, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, thanks, Trevor, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
Well, coming up next, we are going to take a look at the entry list for South Boston and pick out some drivers to watch in the late model stocks and pro late models. More Cars Tour Weekly after this.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroth belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts. Or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway roars back to life for the second annual Bass Tire Family Night, Saturday, October 7th. Kids 12 and under are free, and adult tickets are just $15. Plus, special discounts for seniors and military, backpack giveaways, great racing action, and so much more. Catch pro late models, big machine vodkas by Cooler Super Trucks, Outlaws, and all 6 quarter-mile divisions as they battle it out at America's favorite short track. Get your tickets to the best family fun in Nashville at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
Welcome back to Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies. Jess and JD here with you again today. And the Cars Tour took a few weeks off for the teams that wanted to compete at Martinsville, but they are back at it this weekend at another great Virginia racetrack at South Boston.
South Boston. I love this place. Not only do they have great bologna burgers, I 10 out of 10 recommend everybody checking out the chocolate pie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've never been. Also, not to sound like an idiot, but I'm confused why it's called South Boston. Is that the city?
It's the town.
The town.
The town
okay.
is South Boston.
Okay,
yeah.
So the town is South Boston. It's not in Boston. It's in Virginia. And they got great bologna burgers and
Chocolate pie.
Chocolate pie. Okay.
Yes.
Well, on another note, let's look at some of the late model stock entries. And a few names to watch, of course, are going to be Trevor Ward after winning Martinsville. He comes to mind. But how about Carter Langley?
South Boston champion. You can't have a good race at a racetrack without its local champion. I mean, he's definitely going to be a contender for the win.
Yeah, he's going to be someone that is fun to watch for that reason. That's kind of a feel-good story. He is the 2023 South Boston track champion. We hear from guys all the time that seat time and laps around tracks makes
100%.
such a huge difference, and he's going to have an advantage.
Yeah, it's hard to go into somebody else's house like that and take it from them. It's like Johnny Benson at Berlin, Frank Kimmel at Salem. You just can't beat those people.
Yeah, for sure. And what about Kenny Wallace making his Cars Tour debut?
Herman's already he's coming to the Cars Tour. I hope everybody's ready because I know he's going to have a lot to say about it. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, no, he's just the best promoter. Even
he's so fun.
Yeah, he's just the best spokesperson for anything he's racing. Of course, 7 Xfinity Series starts at South Boston. His best finish was second in 1991.
Yep.
And he led 265 laps there combined.
Yes.
And for the pro late models, Caden Quapple has been on a roll,
Yes.
and Katie Hettinger is still looking for her first win, which is kind of hard to believe.
Yes.
Who else should we factor in?
Ryan Moore. You can't forget about Ryan Moore. He's made several super late model starts, past starts. What was it? Second in the Cars Tour Super Late Models back in 2020, 2021. This guy's going to be a contender. It's sad that he's been absent for a while, but he's back now.
Thanks, JD. And coming up, we are going to catch up with Lee Pulliam on his team's success this season, and he might tell us the secret sauce to conquering South Boston. Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies, will be back right after this.
The 61st Annual Sunoco World Series returns to Thompson Speedway October 6th through 8th. See the biggest short track racers in the Northeast compete in over 10 divisions of grassroots racing. The Outlaw Open Modifieds go for $10,000 to win on Saturday, and the NASCAR Wayland Modified Tour returns for 150 laps on Sunday. It's the World Series of Stock Car Racing, October 6th through 8th at Thompson Speedway. For more information, go to acttour.com.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
Can you believe it? Right now, racing, in my opinion, is as healthy as it's been in the last 15 to 20 years.
Just wanting to make that first lap.
Go!
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Welcome back, everybody, to Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies. Jess and JD, joined here now by Lee Pulliam. Lee, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
And so I asked you off air because I didn't want to sound like an idiot, but I just wanted confirmation that that was in fact a Martinsville clock. Very cool. I have never seen one of those in person.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to win 2 of them, and my parents have one, and the other one's here in the office. So pretty special piece for me.
Well, that's awesome that you gave your second one to your parents. That's so
nice.
sweet. And I guess when you win 2 of them, that would
have multiples, you can share with mom and dad. Yeah, absolutely.
That would take up a lot of place in the living room. Yeah. Okay, so heading into South Boston, you're not racing, but you are going to be working with one of the crowd favorites, Butterbean. And tell us a little bit about what you're going to be do. Are you crew chiefing? Is it just as an owner? What's your role going into the weekend?
So I'm a owner for the 2 car and the O3 in the Cars Tour series. Um, so at the shop, I do all the setup work on, both of the cars. And when they leave, I feel like we have 2 really good race cars that have a good chance at winning. But at the racetrack, Doug Powers crew chiefs the 03 car, and I crew chief the 2 car at the track.
Well, you guys are going to Sobo, and I know you got some wins there. I mean, you are Mr. Late Model Stock as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the king of Motor Mile. What does your experience at South Boston, how does that translate onto the track with your drivers?
I think it helps them for sure. Butterbean, one thing for him, he never liked South Boston, and he didn't have a lot of confidence going into Sobo 200, and we were able to set on the pole. He led almost half of the race, so I think his confidence level is definitely going to be elevated for this race now. And I had a lot of laps there, so I kind of knew which way the track trended, what worked, what didn't as a driver, and I think that I can benefit those guys anywhere we race, but especially at a home track. I feel like this is our home field advantage. Our shop's 15 minutes from the racetrack, so this Sobo races are always circled on the calendar for me because basically a hometown crowd for me that we're competing in front of.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's so great that these drivers have someone with as many laps around that track as you. That's got to be so helpful. We hear from drivers all the time that, laps are the biggest thing that make a difference. So this is probably the next best thing is having someone on the radio that really knows what they're doing. When you go to the racetrack, in terms of the information you're giving your drivers and the feedback and the advice, do you feel like you're able to make the biggest strides during practice when you're really able to just focus on the driver's craft, or is it during the race when they're in the seat and they're, in the experience?
I, I feel like I benefit. I benefit them on both ends of the equation. For me, nothing beats the racecraft experience, the knowing where to be, knowing where to go. I feel like in the race, I can help them even more so where they need to be. If somebody's doing something different, give them information that's valuable to them, but not overload them with a bunch of stuff that us drivers don't care to know about. So, as a driver, I know what I wanted to hear when I, was on the racetrack, and I use that experience to basically um, call out what information they don't need to know. Some things the driver needs to know nothing about, and we do a good job of keeping that stuff separate and out of their minds. So we want our drivers to be focused on hitting their marks, doing the very best of optimizing the opportunity.
Well, Lee, I'm going to ask you the same question I always ask you. I think I've asked you like 4 times now. When are we going to see you back in a car? That's something I want to see. I know the fans want to see it. You always put on a show.
Yeah, I don't know. I always will have the itch. I always, for me, that moment of firing up, going green, driver start your engines, the pace laps. For me, that's something that's hard to replace. So that's
Right.
it always tears at me. But business wise, I know it's I'm a lot. I just have never seen too many programs that sell racing against the guy that owns it. And I feel like to give my drivers the best shot, I need to be on pit road and helping those guys and or girls. And we, I just want to be 100%. If these people they come in here to race and have the best, and I feel like if I'm on a racetrack, that's a piece of the equation that they're missing out on. And I really want our program to excel. I want our drivers to excel. I want them to get opportunities to move up, sponsorship. So I'm at the right place in my career, right time in my career to be on the other side of it.
Do you have any thoughts, any plans on expanding your program beyond late model stocks?
Yeah, that's actually a common question. At right now, no. We get asked every year super questions. We get asked every year uh, a few times about have we ever thought about doing K&N stuff, and it's right now. Right now, the goal is to just stick with late model stocks. It's what I love. I can be very competitive at it and race within 4 to 5 hours from the house, and all that's important for me. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I enjoy my Sundays with her, and that's typically if we go to traveling a lot further than that. That's going to impact me being a dad. So that's way up on my priority list. So I'm for the time being, I'm sticking late model stocks.
Well, stick to what you know. Well, we want to wish you luck this weekend and wish you luck on whatever you end up getting into.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lee.
ladies.
We'll wrap up another episode of Cars Tour Weekly right after this.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway roars back to life for the second annual Pastime Family Night, Saturday, October 7th. Kids 12 and under are free, and adult tickets are just $15. Plus, special discounts for seniors and military, backpack giveaways, great racing action, and so much more. Catch pro late models, big machine vodkas by Cooler Super Trucks, Outlaws, and all 6 quarter-mile divisions as they battle it out at America's favorite short track. Get your tickets to the best family fun in Nashville at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.Racing.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5-Star Race Car Bodies, located in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. Whether it's dirt or pavement, it doesn't matter because 5-Star is your one-stop shop for all your body needs. As we've talked about today, the Cars Tour returns to action this weekend at South Boston.
Yep.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
I unfortunately am going to miss this race. However, I am trying to get to both Tri-County and Caraway, so I should be there. I'm excited to see everybody. Excited to go camp out in McCumbie's trailer again.
Oh my gosh, how fun. I have no plans. Not that you asked,
You
but
should go to South Boston.
I should.
It's only like 3 hours away. Good food, good time.
I got to get some of the pie.
The pie,
the bologna.
Chocolate pie and a bologna burger. You can one in each hand. Just
in the
do
car
it,
store.
folks.
And Kenny Wallace is going to be there. You're sold
Just
me.
go.
Travis is going to the pro late model race in Nashville, so I will be solo for the weekend.
Just go to South Boston. You'll have a blast.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
No, I think you're right. We want to thank Trevor Ward and Lee Pulliam for joining us today. And remember, for replays and more, go to racingamerica.tv and be sure to check out our Racing America 24/7 channel free on connected devices. And don't forget, racingamerica.com has all of our social channels for any breaking news from the NASCAR Cup Series, Cars Tour, and everything in between. Stay with Racing America to join Rodney Rodriguez for Dirty Air coming up next For JD, I'm Jess Ballard saying thanks again for joining us on Cars Tour Weekly, presented by 5 Star Race Car Bodies.